Same as last week.
Okay. I think we're live.
Really?
Beef. Yeah, I think so.
I'm refreshing the page.
It says. I think we are on air. I think.
We are. I can see it.
Oh my
Beautiful.
god. Oh my god.
Well, mate,
How are you, Beef?
I'm all right. I'm all right. We lost baseball today.
Yeah, I know.
Had
I
a
didn't make it.
had a bit of a shocker of an umpire, but to be fair, he volunteered and he didn't want to do it, but he
Well,
didn't know the rules.
that's just.
Classic community sports.
I
I
still
think it's the
can't
same
believe
for
that.
everyone. Oh,
Um.
but to be honest, it was someone's dad, and
Was
they
it
were
a
like,
dad?
it was a dad.
Oh
It was
no.
a dad.
That's even worse
So,
that they don't like kind of know the rules. Like, don't put your dad in there if you don't know the rules.
I know, spewing. But in terms of football, mate, there's a lot to talk to tonight. So this is the first YouTube live. A fortnight ago, we were going to do a YouTube live, and then we didn't see the authorization
No.
requirement,
Yeah.
and we clicked go. So we went to Facebook, but we're here. A fortnight later, we promised our fans on the podcast that we'd do a YouTube live, and here we are.
We are here, mate. I'm just trying to. What am I doing here?
Now,
Anyway.
mate,
Yeah.
while you do that,
Yeah.
there is a few things that we want to cover tonight. So a midweek game week, a lot happened.
Yes.
Wins all round for the boys.
Big wins.
The Socceroos this morning at 2:30 got knocked out of the Asian Cup.
Yeah, I know. Unbelievable.
Spewing,
They were winning up until, was it the 90th minute or something like that?
mate. They missed so many chances.
Massive
We'll,
bottle.
we'll we'll talk more about that, but more on what's on tonight's show if anyone's watching along. So we've got an announcement about our Average Aussies live event. So we'll get to that
It's
in a
going to
little
be
minute.
large.
And mate, there's a big game on Monday. A
Yes.
huge game. Would you say it's a title deciding game?
Oh, I don't know if it's. I don't know if it's. Yeah, it
Too
definitely.
early for that, or
No, it definitely is. But I mean, if we don't win, obviously we are completely out of the race. So it's a
yeah,
must. It's more of a must win for Arsenal, in my opinion.
yep, I'd agree. I think I don't even know the last time Liverpool lost. I can't think of it.
They've only lost once this season, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's right. They've
Which
drawn
is
six,
wild.
lost once. Can you
Crazy.
remember who they lost to? I don't know if we've got anyone in the chat yet that can tell us, but
I did hear it the other day. Zach is in
was
the
it
chat.
City?
He said the boys are live and
There
in
he is.
charge. Thanks for
Here we
dropping
go.
in, Zach. Um,
Does Zach know who that one Liverpool loss was? It's hard without any Liverpool fans on the call.
let's see if I can look it up. Oh, look, it's like the first in Google search.
There we go.
Um, oh man, I gotta scroll a long way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they
Was
lost
it
to
Newcastle?
Toulouse, but I'm
I'm
trying.
feeling was it like Brighton or someone?
It was someone weird. They beat Newcastle. Mate, I don't. Where am I? July
CP,
2023.
the question was Liverpool have only lost one game leading into the big game on Monday. We
Is it?
don't know who they lost to.
Was it? Is it? It is one game. I'm sure of it. I'm sure that's
It
what I
is. I've
heard
got
the
the
other day.
table up. Drawn six, lost one. Zach said Bournemouth.
Yes, I think you might be right.
Is that?
I think he might be right. Results.
Mate, my camera is fucking shocking. I've got our live stream on the left here. You're crystal clear. I'm abysmal.
Bruh, I am using a DSLR from my
But it's,
former streaming career. Zach would know about the former streaming career. He was involved in some of it.
it's good on this, but the video service we're using is crystal clear. But then on YouTube, it's honking.
It goes in and out for me, for you, because I'm watching
Okay.
it on the Prism. So
Yep.
it'd just be your internet, mate. just really,
Fair enough.
really struggling to keep
Fucking
up.
battling.
20
Battling.
megabits per second download speed, 1.5 megabits upload speed. It's fighting against all odds really.
Hopefully the audio's there because that's all that really matters. Well, mate, should we get into the first thing to speak about, and that's the Socceroos.
Yes.
So this morning, that's a tough draw, South Korea. They'd be tournament favourites with Sun Heung-min and Hwang Wei-chan. Is that
Yeah.
how you pronounce his name?
Yep. Well done,
Two.
by the way, on the pronunciation of that.
Thanks, mate. Well, Sun Heung-min, I
I
obviously
mean,
know that
I'm
one.
not talking about Sun Heung-min. I'm talking about Huang He-chang.
Chan.
Chang. Is it
That
Chang
was
or
better.
Chan?
Chan.
Chan.
Just so from what I watched of the game, fuck, we had some chances to put that game away. I think Duke missed two sitters. He missed a
Really?
header from 3 yards, and one fell to him around the 18-yard box, and he just skied it over. So, and that was when we were 1-0 up. So we should have been 2 or 3. And if you haven't watched the highlights yet, it's deep in injury time. Deep.
Um,
Sun makes a break down the left.
I was going to say,
I think
when did we score?
early, like maybe the 30th minute.
Yeah.
I think
Tough to hold on to a lead for that long.
maybe later, maybe just before halftime.
And
But it
then
was a good goal, Craig Goodwin.
yeah, okay.
Great. So Craig, it was a 42nd minute. So Craig Goodwin scored from a bit of a breakdown of play, but it was a very nice goal. Very nice. And I got a question for you. Do you think that's the end of Graham Arnold's time for the Socceroos? Not
Ooh.
dropping out at the quarterfinals in the Asian Cup, which we would be hoping to win, I think.
I don't know, to be honest. I find that's pretty tough on him. He doesn't have the greatest of squads, if that makes sense. Like, there's no standout players in the Socceroos anymore. There's no Premier League players, obviously. Like, there's a couple of players abroad and whatnot doing their thing, but no one that stands out as, like, actual guns. I mean, I don't think Ange really had absolute guns either, but he had a core group of players that have been around for a while. So I find it pretty hard for Graham Arnold to get sacked from that, but he's going to have to do something big time to turn it around.
I think it was less about the result this morning and more about our showing at the Cup. I think our first 4 games were really poor.
Yeah,
I think
that's a good point.
this morning was our best showing. So coming off such a great World Cup where we took the winners, Argentina, right to the end of their match, we would be expecting to win. But to be honest, we came up against South Korea. So they'd be favourites. So it's hard to judge the game against South Korea.
You saying that South Korea comes second in their group?
I think so.
That surprises me, man.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, South Korea. I still think Japan will win. I don't know. I think Japan's squad
came second in their group as well. So South Korea came second to Bahrain.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I know. Yep.
Oh, Liverpool lost to Spurs, Zach said. No. That can't be right. So I can't find...
No, that's not right. We drew, but they carried on like it was a loss because of that.
That's right.
That they should have scored with Diaz with that offside. It was a draw against us.
I'm still trying to fucking find who they lost against. Oh, here we go. They lost in the Europa
We just
League.
need one Liverpool fan on the stream.
So sure, there's got to be one around here somewhere.
Just one person. So the goals this morning.
Yeah, it was
the
to
penalty.
Tottenham. Away. How do you...
Really?
Premier League.
I don't think we won that. I don't think we won that game.
Away. Yeah, it was because there was massive controversy.
Oh, that's right. One of them put an own goal in like the 90th minute. Matip, I think.
That's right.
Shit. See? This is what I said when that happened.
Did you not know that you fucking beat Liverpool this year, bro?
Well, I'll tell you why. Because I think that offside sustained it. I think I felt that
But that was game
after the
one,
game
wasn't
on the
it?
podcast. What do you mean, game one?
That was the first time you played him,
Um,
or have you
we
only
haven't
played
played
him
them
once?
twice yet. Yeah, Jake and I go into the next game that they play each other.
That's right. All right. Why do you always got to bring that up like you want to rub it in?
Well, mate, I've got to bring it up. Um, Sun Heung-min, 106th minute, free kick, showed his class. Can't wait till he gets back.
Oh,
That's
Sonny
the
scored a
last
free
person you
kick,
want.
did he, against us?
Yeah,
Yuck.
it was a good free kick too. So
That's just momentum down the gurgler if they put if Son Heung-min puts a free kick in. Because that was what, like the 101st minute or something?
yep, and then we got a red card.
How many minutes of injury time was there?
It was extra time, I think.
Oh no, that's right. Wang He Chang scored a penalty, didn't he?
He did.
Late
So that was,
in injury time.
I think, like a 90-something minute penalty.
That is
then,
absolute momentum down the gurgler. See you later.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
And Sonny won that penalty too. So I think his class just it did us in.
That's what happens when you got those elite type of players in your team. You only need especially for I'm not saying that Asian Cups are like a weak competition, but you only need one or two like gun players that are playing in the Premier League. Like obviously Sun's playing at a top team, but I mean Chang's playing in a Wolves side that compete week in week out.
For sure, man. For sure, and they make the difference because the 94th minute or whatever it is, 96th minute, Sun has the ball in the penalty box. He knows what to do, and then with a free kick right at the end, the nerves aren't there because he does it in front of the sold out crowds every week.
Yeah, exactly.
So a very disappointing Asian Cup. Wrapping it up, I think 4 really poor performances, and then not being able to hold on in injury time to take out arguably the favourite team. So probably harsh on Graham Arnold.
Who are the favourites for the Asian Cup?
It'd be South Korea for sure now.
I reckon it's
they
Japan, mate.
I don't know.
Japan are a fucking Asian powerhouse. Japan remain favourites to win the tournament, but Iran are one of them.
Iran?
I think.
Okay.
That's coming from Al Jazeera.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right,
know it's Japan, South Korea, Australia, Iran were the top 4.
Yep. So a tough draw. I think wrapping up a poor competition is probably a fair result for us to get knocked out after not building any momentum in the group games or the first knockout game.
As you said, those first couple of games were the ones that you need to worry about. You know what I mean?
Yep. All right, should we shift our focus to Premier League, mate? Some big results in the week.
Yes. Let's do it.
All right, so
let's freaking do it.
We'll start at my game.
That's right. I forget that you played during the week as well. I forget that the games are just coming thick and fast now, aren't they?
Yep. So we move into the top 4. May I start with? That's glorious. And it's just about staying there now. I think with our players that are coming back, with Sun to still come back, we've got what we need to stay above Villa now, I believe. I think if we don't, it's on us if we fall down.
I would agree.
The game itself was a game of 2 halves. So the first half, we were abysmal,
classic
mate.
Cliche.
Mate, you got to pull it out.
Yeah,
we were shite, dog shite. So Ange made 2 subs at halftime. He pulled off Ollie Skip and Bentancur, so 2 defensive midfielders. Left James Maddison on. Maddison nowhere near full strength still, but Ange didn't fuck around. He saw we were getting dominated at home against Brentford, and he made 2 changes, brought on Højbjerg and brought on Brennan Johnson. So I think within 3 minutes of the second half, we'd scored 2 goals, and within 9 minutes, we'd scored 3 goals. So it just changed our entire dynamic. Moved those 2 number 6s, really, they were playing out. Um, put Kulusevski in the middle and Brennan Johnson on the wing, and straight away we opened them up. Too good on the wing for the Brentford right back, and fucking hell, the stadium went off
I could
from
imagine.
having a shocking first half to a manager making 2 halftime subs and scoring thrice in 10 minutes. It was fucking lit.
ZP says first half you were terrible with an exclamation
He's
mark.
right, mate.
Um,
He's right.
nah, 100%. But you were saying that you're really enjoying Ange's subs this season, like early substitutions, not wait until the 80th minute to try and change a game.
Yeah, well, I think any fan
And I agree with
gets
that, to be fair.
frustrated, right? And a fan of any club gets frustrated when you can see that the plan that was the plan with minute one isn't working and they don't adapt. They just wait until the 65th minute, bring on the players, and then that's when the game turns.
Yeah,
So awesome to see him do it at 45 minutes. Yeah, Zach
100%.
said in the chat, the back pass, fucking hell. So you
Oh, you
doggy,
doggy.
man, lucky you fucking scored after that because,
Absolute honker. Oh, that's right, he did
oh,
score.
yeah, he scored the next goal, I believe. So he wasn't even looking. He fucking passed it straight to Ivan Tony, and Tony went, "Thank you."
I think I did see the highlights of that actually. I was thinking, I think I was on, what was it? Goal watch? Why do
Yeah,
I never watch it. What's the one you watch where as soon as they score a goal, they cut to that
goal rush.
goal rush? That's it.
Yeah,
I
you
never
can't
usually
watch
watch
that
that one.
shit.
Yeah, because it's a
It's
bit
got the
fucking.
table on the fucking screen.
Yeah, it's a bit how you going. But
It's small.
I was on that and yeah, straight to Ivan Tony. Ivan Tony didn't mess around with it either.
No. They're a decent team with Ivan Tony back, man. And Neil Mopay did James Madison's.
I was gonna
Um,
say James Madison has had his celebration replicated twice this
oh,
season.
and both times
Just
he's
shithousery.
he's come back and said, "Listen, can to Neil Mopay, I don't know why you'd do that in the 15th minute at
He,
away. He just fight. He went up to the Spurs fans and went,
because he's an ultimate shithouse. Like to do that at Spurs home ground. Because I don't did Bukayo didn't do it. He did it at the Emirates, didn't he?
yeah, he didn't do it at White Hart Lane. No
Nah, he's not
way.
that much.
And
He's not that bad. And I think they also too probably are kind of mates playing in the England squad together. But Neil Mopai was absolute on the wind up, massive.
and you don't do that. You don't fire up the home crowd.
As you said, not in the 15th minute or whatever it was. But did you see his
Dude,
tweet after the game?
yeah,
He goes, I think I went off a bit early on that one.
yeah. So James Madison on the post match, they said, "What did you say to him to get Neil fired up?" He's like, oh, "I said to him, he hasn't scored enough goals to have his own celebration, so he has to steal mine."
Yeah.
And then
And then he come
that's
out
what
after.
Neil posted.
Neil got posted after. Yeah, he said, went
Yeah,
off a bit early on that one, but still got more goals and less relegations than James
yeah,
Madison in my career. And to be fair, great clap back. Great clap
yeah.
back.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it after a win. If
Yeah,
it was a
I'd be,
draw or loss, I'd be like, "Fuck this bloke. I'm off this bloke."
I hate Neil Maupay, to be fair. I hate him. He loves winding Arsenal fans up. He's done it
Yeah,
multiple times.
he's a bit of a grub. But dude, it fired us up massive. Every time we scored, every player was going at him, going like this.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah.
suck shit, yeah, dog. It was awesome.
Yeah.
The crowd were doing it too. It
I
was good.
mean, to be fair, if Brentford go and win that game,
Mm.
you could almost say that Neil Maupay doing that was good. Like got under the skin of the Tottenham players, got them more concerned about trying to score, but obviously they couldn't hold on.
Yeah, well, I think it fired us up. I think it's one of the causes of them losing because the
Yeah,
boys were
more hundred
fired up.
percent.
Um, but yeah, good to come back and be able to play a different dynamic straight away from halftime. I think that's a good sign for us for the rest of the season. Is Ange isn't going to shy away from making large changes in the middle of the game. They can all play together, so why not?
Yeah, for
Why not
sure.
take them off?
I agree 100% because like Arteta, I think we spoke about it the other week, maybe on the
Mm.
podcast, maybe on here, but he's made the least substitutions I think in the league. Our subs have the least amount of minutes in the league. Like
Yep.
Find it hard sometimes when he's bringing subs on so late in the game. You're like, they don't have time to, like, you have to be a world class player to have an instant impact within like 2 or 3 minutes. You know what I mean? The fact
Yep.
you don't give players time to warm into a game. If someone's not performing, pull them off.
Yep.
I get where more about the setup and blocking channels and creating space and
Yep.
stuff like that. So certain players have certain roles, but man, like sometimes I'm envious of like that Ange style where it's just like just attack. I don't give a fuck what you do. Just get on there and attack. Pretty much. You know what I mean?
Well, when it works, I think. But the good sign is that Ange doesn't shy away from, if that went wrong, he would take the blame. I think he's more assertive with his changes
Yeah,
because he doesn't care if he brings off, you know, Bentancur, who we've been waiting to come back. He's been back a month, but fans have been wanting him for a year. He's been off
100%.
almost, and he just hooks him and
Yeah,
brings on Hoybier, who is not the fan favorite, and he's known to be defensive. And look what happened.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So wrapping up, really looking forward to tonight because we're in the top four now. So every win when you're in the top four just feels like a bonus win.
Yeah,
So
just got to stay
yeah,
above Villa now. So,
yeah. Well,
um,
we got Everton, so we'll see. What about you,
yeah,
mate?
that's tonight. That's tonight. Before we go any further, I'd just say if you are watching this, please don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube. It'll massively help us out. Like this video too if you're watching along. It'll boost us up. Get the people in here, Get the people the
Yeah, and
content they really want to see. Two
get the
Aussies.
comment section going too. Can
Two,
see Zach in there.
Zach is just firing off in the chat, so just
We love it, Zach.
good on you, Zach. What a man. Do you think
He's asked
Ange?
me a question on the game. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think Ange should have pulled back at the end there? Feel like you left yourself open, but should have been managing the game out for the last 10 minutes. I agree. I reckon that's one of Ange's downfalls. Not being able to, not being able to, but as Zach said, not managing a game towards the end. It's just the game plan continues, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think if the results go against us when he does that, so if we're conceding late because
Yep.
we've attacked and not, then I would start to question it. But when we're ahead towards the end of the game, I think 95% of the time we've won this season. So there's been a few times where we've conceded late, but they're few and far between. And I think he did, mate, because he brought on Draguson. It was his first home debut. He was a centre back, and we played three centre backs, I
Ew.
think. Yeah,
Conte.
for the last 10 minutes. So
Very,
I think
very Conte.
he did play for the result in the last 10 or so.
We just got a message in our group chat, Ethan.
Mm.
Your brother reminded us I only got half an hour to do our team, so I'm doing mine now. Big moves here.
Oh shit!
Big
Yes,
moves.
thank you,
I
Zach.
can't. I'll do it. Wish I could share my screen, but
I can.
it won't.
Can I not?
It won't. Yeah,
All right.
I'm meant to do my changes, but it's not allowing me to sign in. It keeps saying that I can't sign in, which is really, really annoying. Oh, maybe I'm gonna go into
That is
fantasy
annoying.
to do it.
Yeah, you do.
Oh.
Hey, this is why we do these to
Incorrect
learn, mate.
email and or password. Shit. What is it? Should I say my password live on?
No.
Just kidding.
While you're logging in, I'm going to answer Zach's second
Yeah.
follow-up question.
Go for it.
So Zach's asked, remember the Chelsea game, though? I thought you could have gone for a draw after those red cards, but yeah, I think that's a different thing. If we go down to 9
Yeah.
ever again, I think he might. But I think he was just putting himself on the scene of English football, to be honest. I think he thought, you know what, in every press conference leading up to the kickoff of the season and everyone before that Chelsea game, he said that we do not stop. We play the same for 90 minutes. So he was just walking the talk, I think. And
Yeah.
it did cost us, but
100%
that
cost you.
was an outlier game. We lost Van de Ven and Madison and Romero in the same game, and Udogi.
But
Four of our best players.
I'm with Zach. I think he could have tighten the ship
Once
up.
the red cards.
Yeah, and got to
You mean when we had 9?
just to get a draw out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Listen,
But we could. Did you see the end? We could have fucking won that game.
yeah, well that's true too. You definitely could have. Just bear with me here because I've got one of them weird passwords where it's got a heap of things in it, and I don't actually know. It's not a word, you know.
Yep. It's one of those strong passwords.
Yes, it definitely is.
We went into the local brewery after the game today, which is the Gypsy Fox. Shout out to the Gypsy Fox. Fucking best thing that's happened to
You
Hawkesbury
went
in
to
a long
the Gypsy
time.
Fox today after the game.
Just Zach and I. He drove me, so we stopped in, and we did the same when we won a fortnight ago. And the chick's like, "Oh, you won. I'll give you some discounts off your beers." We're like, "Fuck yeah!" And then we walked in today, tails between our legs. Just lost to Penrith. Worst fucking team to lose to. Bunch of wankers. And she's like, "How'd you go?" And we're like, "Oh, we lost." She's like, "Oh, better add those discounts back on then. You can pay me." Like, yeah.
What a good
No, it's
sport.
fucking great there.
A good
Fucking
sport. Love
great sport. If you haven't been to Gypsy Fox,
the Gypsy Fox.
North Richmond,
All right,
beautiful.
let's do my team. Let's go over to my screen. Let's see if I can do that without. Oh, boom! There we go. Look at that. Can you see that, Beef? Love that. Love that for me. All right, big moves here. I'm going transfers. Yep. Remove Mo Salah. Oh, what should he do? Oh, did you see? Zach said cheers for the invite, and he also said you should do a live show there. Oh, imagine that. It's a bit. I don't think the Gypsy Fox is raucous enough for the average Aussies. Wait, why is this not letting me select a player? Select. Oh, is it over here? Is that where I? Oh, okay. I've never done this on computer to be honest. There's heaps of red tent in this, bro. What? How is he not up the top? KDB, Bernardo, Foden. Like seriously. Yeah, I seen a shout to get him in. They reckon that he's why? Hang on a second. Why the fuck is KDB not in there? Can someone explain to me what's going on here? Well, how do I select him? He's got to be here somewhere. I just searched it and it said he's not there. This is a weird setup on So what if I go restore player? He comes back. I'm gonna go back to normal screen and
Just do it on your phone, dude.
yeah, what the fuck? This is
So Erling
outrageous.
Haaland, if I bring him in, I have to sell either Solanke or Watkins. It's a big call.
To bring in Erling Haaland.
Big call. Yeah.
I can't bring him in with anyone. I've still got Watkins in there. Watkins hasn't been doing that great though, has he?
Yeah. Not that great.
I've got to get rid of Isak because I just don't understand what's going on with them Newcastle strikers, to be honest.
No, get rid of him.
It's, so did you see Zach in the chat? He said I've been practicing my juggling for the live event.
Fuck yeah,
Zach, you are gonna win that for sure.
Yeah,
I don't know if you,
brother.
I don't know if you're allowed to compete. To be honest, you're a former professional, so I think I don't think you're allowed
He
to.
can be like, like on Gladiators where you've got all the basic bitches like us, and then they have to go up against someone.
Yeah, Zach's a gladiator.
And if you beat Zach, then you get to get a fucking stubby holder or something.
Do you reckon Ivan Toney's worth a shout going up against City.
Yeah. Or maybe wait a week.
Yeah, I just don't know who else to get in, really.
Dunno.
Solanke. Who's Solanke? Oh, yeah, Solanke's got a good shout here. Come on in,
Yep.
son. Confirm that. Who's my captain going to be this week, boys? It can't be Kulusevski. KDB's coming in.
Kulusevski's back in the team.
Consa's coming out. Or should I take Consa or Trippier out? Come on, Beef. Help me out here. They've all got...
Trippier, he's dropped off the planet. Get rid of him.
Or
I
should I
bought
take
in Haaland. I ditched Watkins for Haaland.
Saliba? Because I don't know if we're going to keep a clean sheet against Liverpool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You picking up what I'm putting down here?
Yep. It's gonna be an interesting game. Maybe we should talk about that game. Do you want to?
Well, I haven't spoken about my results yet. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, let's do that first. You've got a 2-1 result to chat about here.
Yeah, I'm just trying to work out who to. I'm taking Trippier out. Fuck Trippier. He can go
Agreed.
here.
He should never have left us.
Pickford. No, Pickford can stay in. Oh, what's going on here? Substitution. There we go. Confirm.
Done.
Captain. Kevin De Bruyne. He won't start now.
I've captained James Maddison for tonight.
You fucking would too.
I know. That's one of those ones where you just do it because you want, and then they suck.
All right, let's speak about Arsenal getting the dub.
Against Forest, mate.
Getting the dub against Forest. About time. They're a bit of a bogey side for us, to be honest. We haven't beat them at home in the last at their home in the last 2 games, I think. So it's good to go there and get a win. Obviously, all teams are just setting up low, narrow blocks. Just so hard to play against, really.
Yep.
And Nuno Espirito Santo obviously is the manager there. He's good at just shutting up shop, and he pretty much come out and said after the game, we were doing our plan was working of just stopping Arsenal from playing. Yes, that was obviously their game plan, and they were doing a good job of it, blocking the channels, closing space. They did well. I think at one point the possession was like 95% to 5%, like 95% to Arsenal. So,
away from home too.
And I don't know. It's one of those ones. It's a little bit boring to watch, even as an Arsenal fan. Like just having possession and trying to find a way to unlock a team can be. It's similar to City sometimes when they're doing the same thing. It's just you're like backwards and forwards. You miss a chance here, miss a chance there. It's But
who was your best players?
Well, speaking of the massive in for Arsenal was Emile Smith-Rowe started.
Yeah, right.
Left
in the 10?
No, left centre mid. So
yeah,
he wouldn't be able to take the 10 off Odegaard, even though he wears it. But it was great to see Emile Smith-Rowe back. I'm hoping that
you've been asking for him, haven't you, the last few weeks?
Yeah, because he offers us something different in there. I think out of him and Trossard and Kai Havertz, Emile Smith-Rowe is the only natural midfielder out of those 3, I think, if that makes sense. He's great on the half turn, can take the ball, turn, and beat someone and go, if that makes sense. Like there's no one like that in our team that wants to progress the ball forward, and he's really nice to watch on the ball. Just, up and back, like does his job. I thought he didn't, obviously, let's not go too psycho. It's not like he lit the house on fire. He was that good, but considering that was his first start since I think it was August last year or something like that, maybe even later.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
He's bro, it was his first away start since like Chelsea last season, I'm pretty sure, or some shit like that. Like, it's crazy that he's been out for that long with niggling injuries, but so good to see him back. And hopefully to see more of him till the end of the season. I think obviously Havertz offers a little bit different in that left centre 8 when you want a bigger body, but if you want someone who can progress the ball, and unlock a team. He's the type of player that has the ability to unlock a team.
Yeah.
Um,
And you got a big challenge to unlock next week. So do you think he'll make a showing at all on Monday?
yeah, I think so. I think after his performance
Mm.
there, I think he has to really. To be fair, well, talking about this game for Forest, like obviously it took us a while. Second half, we finally scored. But Matt Turner, oh my god, I think we spoke about it on the podcast last
Another
week.
shit showing, was it?
Bro, he got done at his near post, on his haunches, through his legs. And it was like, it's terrible defending from Forest. Like, they were so switched on, and then just out of nowhere, a little, not a long throw, but a throw in behind, like down in their corner. Gabby Jesus just letting the ball run, didn't touch it, no one was on him, and Matt Turner kind of just stood there and got it put between his legs at the near post. Like, he's got to come for the ball or do something there. He can't just sit on his line and hope for the best. Like, shocking goalkeeping. And I will say that Nottingham Forest just brought in a new goalkeeper on deadline day from Strasbourg. So Matt Turner's
Sorry, Matt Turner.
out the door. Considering Nuno Espirito Santo is an ex-goalkeeper as well, he'd know for sure.
Fuck.
He's got no chance. So
Zach just asked in the chat, can we see him? Yes, we can, Zach. That's Zach Brooks, by the way. There's two Zachs in the chat.
Oh, is that why there's a Z and then there's a Zach?
And there's a soccer ball. Plumber must be the soccer ball.
Plumber is the soccer ball.
Good to see you in there, boys.
Zach Plummer.
So that was...
That's a good shout too. I've come to realise I don't like Ivan Toney. Just looks like a tosser. I agree, Zach. I don't want him to come to Arsenal. There's so many people out there that are screaming, Ivan Toney to fucking Arsenal. He's not going to save us. I'm telling you right now, Ivan Toney is not the saviour. He's not the type of person you want in your dressing room. You know where Ivan Toney belongs? Guess.
Chelsea.
Yes. Great shout, Beef. That's where Ivan Toney belongs. He is Chelsea through and through.
Fucking oath.
But yeah, back to our game. I think, as I said, poor old Matt Turner. As Zach said, back to the MLS. He's gone. See you later.
I watched the last 15 minutes of your game. Like, it was a bit shaky at the end there when they scored, and
yeah, well, they started going for it, but I prefer that, man. I like it when teams go for it. It gave us a bit of space. That's how Saka scored on the counter. We just turn around, put one in, like, because they're chasing the game, and the game completely turns on its head because all of a sudden it's not 11 men behind the ball and we're just knocking it around trying to go through them.
You're right. There's nothing worse.
And
it just makes the whole 90 minutes shit, especially if you've got to get up for it. It's the middle of the night.
And as you said, in terms of Liverpool having to unlock them, I don't think it's playing Liverpool isn't about unlocking them. It's more about closing their channels down and then being able to create again. You know what I mean? Like being able to block them off, close their space, and then when you have the ball, get through, because they're just going to be doing the same thing. All they want to do is press, win the ball back, go. So, very different style of play.
I wonder if they'll play Connor Bradley or Trent.
Interesting, isn't
Connor
it?
Bradley fucking had a blinder in the week.
Yes, very, very interesting, because I'm pretty sure Soboslai's out too. So,
okay.
And Soboslai
might be going in there.
He hasn't been that crash hot, so it'd be interesting to see if Jurgen decides I'm leaving. Fuck it, Trent, you're going in midfield.
Yeah.
And that Connor Bradley. It's weird watching Liverpool play with like a traditional right back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He got a goal and an assist.
Yeah, but is that like, first game fever kind of thing?
Maybe. I think he's played a couple games though.
Oh, has he?
Well, I remember on the podcast you asking, who the fuck is Bradley? Remember you saying that?
I did say that.
Yeah. And Jake was like, oh, it's a young dude.
Oh, yeah. I hope that doesn't come back to bite me on Sunday. Just fine. I'll finish on this game because there's a little bit more to unpack out of this game, obviously. Sloppy late goal again, which we got to stop doing. And I think great point that I heard during the week was the fact that Arsenal defenders are more concerned about picking a pass. Like, we spend that much time in games now dominating possession. Our centre-backs are playing further in, like, past the halfway line, and they're on their mind is finding a pass. Who's free? Who's open? So when they actually have to defend, it's almost detrimental because they're not doing a lot of defending, if that makes sense. It's just like the ball gets fired in, it's a bit of a shit show, and then next minute, ball's in the back, and then it's like, fuck, like, what's going on here? Also, David Raya has the same expected saves or whatever as Aaron Ramsdale had last season. So, they're exactly the same goalkeeper. But the one you were chirping up about in the beer garden, if anyone was there.
Yes. What was that again?
Zinchenko and Ben White had a little bit of a disagreement on the pitch. So,
mate, what do you? I was comparing it, of course, to the famous Lloris and Sonny one.
Very different. Very different. And you can admit that.
The Amazon series, where Jose was the coach, and you know how Amazon do the all or nothing.
Yeah. And hey, who knows what could have happened in the change room? That could have happened in the change room afterwards. But I mean, I don't know if I like it happening on the pitch, and Ben White knows what he's doing. I don't mind Ben White saying something to Zinchenko because he's right. You didn't get up for the header. Like, fuck, get in there, mate. Have a real go.
And was that the goal concession?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's what he was talking about. Like, just get in there and have a crack, mate. And Zinchenko's so emotional that he just got wound up instantly about it, like, explaining himself. And then the fact that Arteta had to come on and be like, hey, like, cut it out, like, you know, blah, blah. I don't like that look a lot, but I like that they're into each other. It's not all sunshine and roses. We won the game. Keep a clean sheet, man. Like, that's the aim as a back. Tommy Asu come out and said it in the Asian Cup. I think they won their last game, but they got a goal conceded against him, and he's playing centre back. He goes, I'm disappointed. I don't give a fuck that we won. He's like, I let it go in. That's how it should be.
Yeah, defenders and goalkeepers feel that way. Yeah. Let it go in the last 5 minutes, of course.
Zinchenko thinks he's a midfielder.
Yeah, I get you, and I probably agree that if you win the game, then that's fine.
Yeah.
It's when
you lose true. Game, if you lose, that's a bad
on the
look.
field.
Yeah, that's a very bad look. But Arteta come out and said that's pushing each other and being not happy to concede, and I have to encourage that and promote it in the right way and a respectful way. Sometimes after a game it's emotional and heated, but I love that the players are pushing each other and demanding excellence. So I'm happy with that comment, to be honest. That's a good way to describe it. He come out actually, I think, yesterday at a press conference, and they asked him about how Zinchenko and Ben White, and he's like, oh, they're actually living together, they're sharing their wives, like, it's all happy roses, like, just being a smart ass, which is pretty funny.
Sharing their wives.
Yeah, what a fucking mad guy.
God, sounds like the local swingers.
Oh, Zach's chirped in again with the little man syndrome, Zinchenko. I know you don't like him, Zach, but he's a half decent footballer. He's just not a great defender.
And is he a great bloke?
I think so. I think he's good for the team. He's just very emotional. You can respect that, Zach. You're an emotional guy on the pitch. You might say some things or do some things in the heat of the game that you're not proud of. Maybe little man syndrome Zinchenko is the same.
All right. Any other results before moving on to the big match preview?
No.
Manchester United. We got to talk about that one. What a fucking roller coaster that was.
Yes. Did I watch that game?
4-3 it was, away. United won to Wolves. Wolves scored in the 71st, 85th and 95th. Yeah. Come back level 3-3. And then Mainu, the young midfielder, is he?
Yeah, he's a gun.
Fuck, that was a good goal, dude. The composure for that young man.
He is a gun. You seen the memes going around about him? They're like, Mainu's that guy that comes straight out of that gets the job when they're asking for an undergraduate with 13 years experience.
That's great. Mate, they need some inspiration at the moment, and maybe he's just what they need. Because a big away win like that, 7-goal thriller.
Zach, you can probably answer this. Did Mainu come through the academy, or did you sign him as a youngster just recently? I think he might be an academy player, to be honest. Zach said, I thought for sure we'd win that game 3-0. Yeah, you got... Who was defending for you? That's the question. Was Luke Shaw on the pitch? Didn't think so. He's only played 30% of his games in his entire Manchester United career, so I wouldn't think that he'd be on the field. Wolves have been great at home. You're right.
That moves United up into sixth, I believe. Seventh,
Really? Isn't
one
that
behind West
wild
Ham.
that they're not that far behind,
Yep,
considering how terrible they fucking were? Nah,
yep.
boyhood club. Yeah, right. So he's been there all his life. That's what you want, to be honest. Pedro Neto too, getting in the goals. I wonder if he'll get a move in the summer. I think it might be too late for him, to be honest. Another big result we can talk about too: Luton 4, Brighton 0.
Damn.
That's massive. Like, where the fuck are Luton pulling some of these results from?
Hat trick too.
Yeah, Adebayo.
Elijah Adebayo, hat trick.
Have you seen his full name? His full name's like 5 or 6 words, I think. Doesn't I don't
Damn.
know if it says it. Yeah, it doesn't say it. Just gives you his. I think it's
Mate,
him
that's
anyway.
that's
That's
a huge
massive.
result for them.
Brighton. What the fuck's happened to Brighton?
That pushed Everton into the relegation zone. That result.
Yeah, I know. Because they drew with Fulham. Um,
Mm.
they're starting to look at must wins now. I mean, Everton will be plotting their course about where they can take points from
Yep.
now.
Yep. They've got us tonight. I think. Is it a Goodison? Yes, it is. So massive game for them.
Yeah. Um, any other massive results? Newcastle obviously beat
Liverpool.
Aston Villa too to help you guys out, which was good.
Yep. Very good. That was surprising, right? Newcastle away 3-1 to Villa Park.
Yeah.
No one saw that coming.
No.
4-1 Liverpool dominated Chelsea.
Yeah.
Chelsea were pathetic.
Chelsea are pathetic. They're on the
Um,
same points and same goal difference as they were this time last season. So anyone that's trying to say Pochettino has improved Chelsea, full of shit.
they look disjointed. They look characterless. Like they don't look like they've got an identity on the field, man. They need something.
Um, Zach said, "Is there any more word on the extra minus 10 points taken off?" No, haven't heard anything about them or Forest. So, but they still think it's lurking. And if if Everton get done with another 10, they're gone.
Oh,
Not Luis Diaz, our old mate, Darwin Núñez. Absolute whirlwind of a game for him, wasn't it? He got an assist in the 79th. He's the first player since Opta have started recording recording stats for a game. He's the first ever player to hit the bar 4 times in a game and not score.
If you asked me who was this player, I'd be able to say that was fucking Darwin.
Yeah, 100%.
Dude, it's like what you asked the Liverpool boys on the podcast is when does it? It's good that he got an assist, and Liverpool are winning the league.
Yeah,
So
if they
he's
weren't
doing
winning the
something
league,
right.
he'd be in trouble.
Yeah, there'd be some time when you go, fuck, like, yeah, it's funny. It's funny that he's a bit of a hurricane, but
It's funny when you, as you said, when you win in the league.
you're winning.
It's
Like,
not funny if you come in like 6th. That's not funny at all.
no, it's not funny. So I guess that's the answer.
That's pitchforks and fucking torches come out if you're in 6th. But hey,
All right, mate.
let's hope he hits the bar 5 times against Arsenal.
It's a good segue. Shall we talk about the big match, which is on Monday, 3:30, if you lived on the eastern side of Australia?
Yeah, I just want to
Except
first of all,
Queensland.
before we start this, give a mention to one of my mates I know who at 10:30 on Thursday night decided to buy a ticket to London because he's got a friend over there who could get a ticket to Arsenal versus Liverpool. So found that out 10:30 at night, bought a flight to London, flew there at 4 o'clock on Friday afternoon the next day, comes home I think on Wednesday or something like that. So he's there for like 3 days just to watch the game.
Holy shit. How do you know this bloke?
I don't know him. He's my mate. I don't want to mention any names on podcast, but
Fair enough.
I think you would know him too.
Okay, maybe slide into my DMs because that's impressive. I respect that.
I mean, I can say his name. I don't think anyone's going to care. You know Eden Bartolo?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was him.
Yeah.
You're kidding.
He just decided on our other mate Christian's over there, and they told him I can
Yeah,
get a
right.
ticket to Arsenal. You want to come? He goes, you know what? Fuck it, I'm going. So
Fucking hell.
impressive, if you ask me. And I was highly jealous, very jealous.
That's
Um,
very, very impressive. Hopefully, he takes some cool stories. I've got him on Instagram, I think. So
I mean,
post that shit, Aiden.
you'd want to hope that they win, wouldn't you?
Anyone with the initials EB, he's just a sick cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to the match. As I said at the start of this live, it is a must-win for Arsenal. You said title decider. I agree. It can be a title decider, but it's also a must-win for Arsenal Football Club, because if we don't, then I'd cross us out of a title race.
Yep.
We're then just not trying to make top four. I think we're just third, maybe second. You know what I mean?
I think with Haaland and KDB, like KDB has been fucking exquisite in the 3 games he's played. So when Haaland comes back,
and you want to talk about world class, right? James Madison, world class. Compare him to KDB, right? Who's just come back in from a year-long injury.
KDB is elite
and
class.
just hit the ground and just started sprinting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But am I confident in this game? I can't say. I'm hopeful. I can't say I'm confident, which is very sad. But
Well,
I think
is it at the Emirates?
Yes, I think we can win it. It's just a matter of we have to be the best version of Arsenal.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, and if we're not,
is Salah back yet?
No.
And he's injured.
Yes, but
okay,
Trent is back.
A chance.
So it'd be interesting to see if Trent goes back into the fullback role or he steps into midfield. So I don't know. There's a lot of ifs, buts, and maybes. We need to score some goals. That's our biggest concern, is putting the ball in the back of the net. So hopefully, as I said, Liverpool play a bit more of an expansive style against us, where we don't have to just... Well, we won't. You know what I mean? We won't be just having the ball the whole time and trying to break him down. So Zach said if Liverpool drop back to being shit because of Klopp leaving, not great for the league. Really only Arsenal fighting to hold off City, especially with the big six now exploded all over the table. That's very true, Zach. That's a massive shout out to Klopp too. I think everyone said that if it wasn't for him, it would have been a Farmers League about 4 seasons ago. So
what does Farmers League mean?
That there's one team that wins everything.
Right, so they're like farming trophies.
Yeah, well, they call it a Farmers League because, like, say in France, they call it a Farmers League because you got PSG, who at one point were just completely dominating everything. So the rest of it, so they're pretty much playing against farmers. That's right. That's where the term Farmers League comes from.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's only Zach in that chat that can correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah. So that's where the term Farmers League. What is your score
prediction, mate?
What is my score prediction?
Yep.
I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal. I had this urge to say 3-1, but that's Big Johnson energy if I say that.
Yeah,
and that's providing that we can score 3 goals. So I don't know. We might have to get Big Gabby up in striker and see how he goes. You got a score prediction for me for that game?
Yeah, I'm gonna go 1-1, mate. I think.
The classic 1-1.
I feel.
The classic
was
fence sitter.
Was it 1-1 last time?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Or it wasn't 0-0, was it? That was.
No, it was. There was.
There was a big 0-0 derby earlier this season.
It could have been. I don't know. Zach has confirmed he believes that's how the saying goes. Zach, what's your score prediction for score prediction for Arsenal versus Liverpool?
Who's that that's in the chat with the Arsenal logo?
I don't know.
Be Zach.
Get that big Jono energy out. Oof.
Whoever that is with the Arsenal logo, chuck your name in there because in the chat we can see Zach.
Maybe they want to be anonymous. Maybe they want to come in
Yeah,
here and
fair.
shit post. Go
True.
right ahead. 3-1 to
uh,
the good. Trent Alexander-Arnold defensive blunders for Darwin goals. Never rate that massively, whoever that is.
Anonymous.
Hundo. Zach's gone
They are
2
shit posting.
Zach's gone 2-0 to the Arsenal. I'm loving these, boys. I'm loving these. So you've gone 1-1, Ethan. Yeah, I agree. That it could
I
definitely go
think,
1-1. Could go 0-0.
yeah,
Just as long as we don't
1-1.
get fucking beat. I don't care. Surely we
Are you
can't.
going to get
Not
up for the game, mate?
Am I gonna get? No, I'll sleep through that. Absolutely, I'll be getting up for the game. Shittest time slot in the history of watching football in Australia, watching Premier
Yep.
League in Australia. But
The worst. There's nothing worse.
nah, but you know,
All right. Is there any other games? I might talk a bit about my game, which kicks off
yeah.
in about an hour.
I was gonna say yours soon. Have you got lineups yet, or
In 24 minutes. So I don't know whether Ange plays the same approach that he did in the first half of the midweek match because that's our best lineup, but without Skip in there and um, Pape Sarr in there, and of course Sun Young Min, but we know he's not back for a while. So I don't know what he's going to do. Pape Sarr got knocked out, so Senegal's out of the Asian Cup. So Sarr will be available.
is he back already?
Well, I don't know. Ange doesn't give much away, but if he is, it will be Bentancur, Sarr, and Madison, which makes me very, very excited because I haven't seen those three together yet. I don't think. No, I haven't.
That's big
Um,
Johnson energy. That's ZB with the logo. Zach reckons he's gone in and had a look. He's gotten
oh,
out a
nice.
squeeze.
It's good that is that logo you got ZP just like stock, or did you like go and get a photo of a soccer ball and
I've just I've
make
just
it your thing?
I've just pinned Zach's 3-1 to the good defensive blunders forever. Darwin goals never. I've pinned that to the top of the chat. That's great. That's big Jono energy.
That's good shit. Um, I expect, I expect it to be Saar, Bentancur in the 6 and the 8, and Madison in the 10. I think Kulusevski, as soon as he went into the middle on Wednesday, we looked better. So wouldn't be surprised if he starts in there. But
Yeah.
no,
Mate, speak to me about Timo Werner.
yeah, he's been all right. He's
Is he playing?
hasn't
Is he
taken
playing
any
off the
jobs.
bench?
No, he started every match since we got him.
In what position?
Left forward. So
Okay.
that's where Son, Perisic, Solomon all play, and they're all either away or injured or sold.
Yeah.
So he is going to start there. Um, Richarlison will be in the 9, Werner on the left. Werner's been all right. Like what we bought him for is the pace and the ability to take on a man, which he can do and he has done. But he has had the opportunity to shoot, cutting in from his left foot to the right. He just mustn't have on a right foot because he's never shot.
Yeah.
He cuts in, nice position. If it was sunny, he'd be hooking it to the top right corner, and Werner just looks across and passes it. So look, we haven't lost. I don't think since except for in the cup against City, but that's City.
Yeah.
Um, he'll start tonight. I think it'll be Richarlison in the middle. It'll be Kulusevski on the right.
Can I just say Richarlison and Brendan Johnson, I feel like have hit a little bit of form as well, which is good since Sun's been out. Well, it's not good for me, good for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it has. Richarlison still, and this might sound harsh if there's any Spurs fans watching, which is very, very unlikely. Um, he still hasn't won me over. I think
Is
his
Johnson we're
goals have
talking
been
about or
happy.
Richarlison?
No, no,
Sorry,
no, Richarlison.
Richarlison.
So, like, he is our 9. Costs us £60 million. He still starts for Brazil, but he just doesn't win me over. I think he falls over too much. Where he's got the ability to put one final pass through for one of our wingers to score, it always hits a man. It's like he's off balance and side foots it and falls over.
Yeah.
Um, but his numbers, they don't lie. Like he's scored in 80% of the games he started in the 9. So
yeah, it's strange to me. I feel like he went for so long not scoring, and obviously he wasn't starting. Maybe that's why he wasn't scoring.
well, he was starting, but he was starting on the left, and Sonny was in the 9.
Oh, so you said
So
80% of the games he started in the
in
9.
the 9, yep. So pretty
Ah,
much every game except 2, he started in the 9. He scored. So those stats don't lie. So
yeah,
Ange won't stop playing him there. I don't know. I might be a little bit harsh on him to be fair, but just used to Harry Kane being there for 10 years, where every time he got the ball, he would either create something or score.
yeah,
Richarlison does the opposite. He either loses it, falls over. The only time he scores is like when there's a great cross to him or a tap in.
yeah.
But I'll give him another chance. See how he goes against Everton tonight.
Coming up against an Everton team at home who need to win really now
Yep.
in a relegation battle. Coming into the last 10 games of the season now, so they'll be
Mate,
up. They'll be up for it.
they're going to be up for it. And I feel like they're the games that we're going to do best at, is where we're the underdogs. And
Whoa, 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 whoa.
okay, we're not the underdogs.
Let's just settle down on where the underdogs. You're playing Everton,
That's not
mate.
what I meant.
I know what you mean.
Thank you for pulling me up. But the games where we are not favourites at home,
The games where you know teams are going to be fired up to play against you.
yeah. So at home against Brentford, I knew at kickoff, like, fuck, this is going to be
It's a
like
tough
a rough
fixture.
one. But tonight, I'm confident. I feel
So
like we're going to
you're more
dominate 'em.
confident in that than you are like being at home playing like Sheffield.
Bottom 10, 100%. Oh, no, not Sheffield. They're fucking, they're
Playing
pathetic.
like a Crystal Palace at home.
Yes, absolutely. I'd rather go away to a team where they, feeling good, they must win, that sort of shit.
That's very interesting.
They're in the relegation zone, man. Like, we got to win.
100%. So
Just
do
'cause-
they though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm. That's the kind of essence of this game.
Yep.
Wish it was a relegation 6-pointer. That'd be great.
Now, are there any other games that we want to preview, or I might drop the announcement about the live event. There's currently a few people on the live, so if you're still here, you're going to get the news first.
We just had 6 at one point. Now we're down to 3. So
It's when we started talking about Tottenham. See, this is why we should push the Spurs shit to the end, and all the
Yes.
Liverpool and United stuff to the front, because that's where all the Aussies go for.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, go. You could drop an.
Right,
before you do that, I just want to ask you one thing. Right, I'm wearing my jersey right now. It's because it's not game day today. I don't think you follow this superstition, but I have this superstition that I can't wear my jersey on game day.
Wow. No, I always wear my jersey on game day.
I feel like I've pulled it out a couple of times, and every time I feel like I pull it out, we lose, and I'm just like, I can't keep wearing this thing.
Yeah. I have a couple of superstitions. If we are playing shit and I'm like sitting on the left of my lounge, I need to get up and move and change my aspect. Because I'm like, this is not good. This is bad fucking juju. So I'll have to stand up.
So your feng shui gets out of whack.
Oh, massive. And there needs to be some sort of Tottenham thing around me. So if I won't wear my jersey tonight because it's humid as fuck. But I'll wear my shorts, or I'll get my scarf out and put it on the lounge.
Right.
So I think we both have superstitions. They're just a little different.
I just can't. Yeah, I've tried to break the hoodoo once and it didn't work. So I was a little bit upset. But then I think I have broken it. I don't know, but I just don't like doing it anyway. So I'm wearing it tonight because
they're not playing.
Because they're not playing. Yeah, I didn't wear it last time because they were
enough.
playing. All right,
I'm going to ask them
Yeah, ask them. Ask whatever.
in the chat, Zach and another anonymous watcher, whoever you are.
Probably
Do you have
wheels
any
in the lounge room.
Yeah. The real ones. Like Zach said, the real ones get the juicy little Easter eggs.
100%.
If you've got any superstitions, put them in there. But the announcement around the live event. So we've been talking about this on many podcasts.
Ethan, give us a drum roll.
Okay, where's the microphone? Can you hear that?
Yeah.
And you can see my fucking hair regrowth. Fuck yeah. All right, here we go. So we have locked in a venue and we've locked in a date. It is going to be the entire outside area of RG McGee's on the 6th of April, which is a Saturday. We're having an Average Aussies live event, which is endorsed by the venue. The venue want us to make a flyer so they can share it on their social media. They're pumping it out there. So it's going to be a fan event for the fans, interactive. We're going to have a show. So Leo's going to do his best to set up the audio.
This will be a podcast as well. That's right, 100%.
Yeah,
This
it's
will be
going
a
to be a
podcast, but also with fan interaction. We want to get everyone involved. Obviously, give away
Yep.
prizes.
Yep.
So we might even have a little merch table there, something like that.
Stop it.
We're thinking,
Stop it.
we're thinking of a limited edition hat or something for the live event. I think, but
Yep.
yeah, it's going to be good. Scary,
Cannot wait.
but it's going to be good.
Yeah, it's going to be good. I think our fans that will come along know that we're Average Aussies, so they're going to be supportive. It's going to be fucking great vibes. Imagine, and we'll have to have like a wear your Premier League jersey to the to the show, because
100%.
imagine seeing 50 people at the one place in the Hawkesbury in Premier League jerseys. Mate, this is why we do what we do.
We're starting a fucking community beef. That's what we're doing.
That's what it is.
This is what it's for.
It's a community.
That's what it's all
And
about.
the fans are the heart of the show and the heart of the community. So to reward our fans for listening to us and buying our merch,
just being fucking legends, really.
Yep. We're going to put on a show where they can get involved. We'll bring people up onto the. We'll have a guest chair, get the microphone, interview them about stuff.
100%.
It's going to be great.
We might even get a videographer. If anyone knows a videographer on the cheap around the Hawkesbury, hit us up.
Yeah. Ideally, someone that's like coming out of uni and fucking wants a good chance to fucking do mad shit. Not some fucked one from the city that costs $3,000.
Absolutely not. Zach said, I must say, this is kind of like watching a Harry Mack video where he gets the most OP camera and mic set up while on a Meagle to someone with a Nokia 62. I feel like I need to start rapping now. They're going to beat for me.
How bad has my video got? So next time we do this,
if you want me to come around, I'll give you a setup. I'll get you set up. I'll make you a nice cheap setup.
And what about a cord, like straight into my wall, so I don't have to send Wi-Fi?
Cord or a cable?
Either way.
Technical term is a cable, mate. You don't want a cord. All right.
What, a USB cord or is it a USB cable?
It's a Cat 6 cable.
All right. Well, you know what I'm gonna do right now?
What?
I'm gonna walk this out somewhere where there's better internet. You tell me if it looks better.
Be careful now. It's not. It's all right now. It just can't maintain it. That's the biggest drama.
It's fucking hot in this room anyway.
This is nice. We're going on tour. Average Aussies.
Jesus.
On location.
All right. So I've got to be quiet here because my child is sleeping. Look at this. Like Paranormal Activity.
What's going on? That is kind of scary, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Where are you right now?
This is like Blair Witch Project. Which I've never seen, by the way. Alright. Now the internet should be better out here. And you tell me, you legendary fans, in the chat, whether it looks better.
Listen, it's never going to be crisp like the one I'm using, but it's just stop it from going in and out of SEPI. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Looks good, mate.
So that should be better.
Looks good. No,
I don't think it's better.
No, that's what I mean. Your definition's not going to get any better. This is just what's going to happen, mate. I'm going to get you a little bit of a setup off Amazon. Yeah. We'll run some things. Yeah, I've got a cheap webcam here. You can get that.
Webcam.
Nice little cheap USB mic, mate. You'd be sweet.
Yeah, good. All right. Is there anything else we want to touch on tonight, or should we wrap it up?
No, I think I'm done. Obviously, we've spoken about the games. Was there any other content that we need to talk about? I don't think so. Just good to get on here and test out the YouTube live. Thank you to Zach for being in the chat. Absolute legends.
Yes. Let us know what you thought. I think YouTube, the chat function worked well. So next time we do one, we might give everyone a bit more notice so we get a few more fans on here. And
chat function actually works heaps good on YouTube because it comes for me, it's actually in the Prism live studio
Yeah.
setup. So
Yep. Yep. I prefer it.
much better than have to read it off YouTube Live itself, which has been
Yep.
good. Beef, you didn't give me a score prediction for Everton versus Tottenham.
2-0. I think it's going to be. Actually, you know what? We usually concede in the first fucking 30, so I'm going to go 3-1.
3-1. Nice,
Yep.
nice. I'm just looking if there's any other. There's no real big games on. Obviously, Manchester United playing West Ham. It'll be a decent game. I think that mid-table battle.
That's 6th versus 7th, yeah.
Yep. Chelsea, Wolves, Bournemouth, Nottingham Forest, Sheffield, Aston Villa. Yeah, see, not much doing. Newcastle versus Luton. Be interesting to see what Luton can do off the back of that 4-0 win against Brighton. So,
Yep.
it'll be large in charge. Boots saying hello there.
It's Argo. I don't know what's going on over there.
Oh,
Argo,
there's a possum.
stop. We're on the TV, Argy.
Oh,
The
as Zach
world's
said,
watching.
we can wait if we hold on for 10 more minutes, 9 more minutes. Beef, you can get the lineups for
Oh,
Tottenham.
I don't think it's going to be very interesting. I think,
Not going to be exciting.
honestly,
No one cares about
there's-
Tottenham.
yeah, except me.
All by
The only real,
myself.
the only real thing whether what are they going to do is whether they'll start Pape Sarr after coming back from Senegal. Hopefully they do.
Yeah, well, I dare say he's fit, so as long as he didn't pick
Yep.
up an injury, it'd be sweet.
And perhaps Ange might go for all-out attack and put Kulusevski and Madison in the 10 and just have Højbjerg in the 6.
Holding on.
Maybe.
Interesting. Well, that's all
All
to
right,
come.
mate.
Give us something to talk about in the podcast, which will be recorded on Tuesday, put out on Wednesday for all our lovely listeners out there. As I said, Zach and Zach, you legends, boys. Thanks for hanging in there.
Yes, and there's a third person on there. So whoever you are,
I told you it's
Third
wheels.
yeah, I'll have to ask her. But if it's not, send us
it's
a
not-
message and say, boys, I supported you through your first ever
If it's
YouTube
not-
live.
If there's a random third out there, hit subscribe, like the video.
And
Zach
we love
and
you.
Zach, can you like the video for us? That'd be massively appreciated. What'd Zach say? Aaron said he would be involved in some sort of capacity.
Pape?
Yeah.
Very good.
So
Cool.
there you go. Is that it, Beef?
Yeah, mate. Pleasure. Thank you for all the work behind the scenes to
Pleasure
get
as
this
always, mate.
working.
No, that's fine. So it's pretty
Good
much
fun.
set up now, so
Yep.
we're good to go.
It'll be good to be able to do live streams. Like, they don't have to go for, hours, but when things happen, like
Yeah.
it might be, Klopp resigns, jump on a live stream that night and talk to
Yeah.
Liverpool fans, that sort of shit.
100%.
All right, mate. I'll speak to you, and thank you, fans, for watching along.
Yep. Thank you everyone for watching, and